Here's a quick tour. Good morning. This is my little row of corn growing, and it looks like it will be knee-high by the 4th of July, because it ain't even June yet. And it's ankle high. That's yeah, it looks like a real row. I did this spring. You can see that that's a nice row. That's about 20 feet. There's some Indian corn and popcorn. I had success with. And there's some beans in this row. Another row of corn. This is real spotty. The volunteer tomatoes are here. Just letting them do their thing. I get these. Got a vine growing up on. Just kill that. Turkeys say good morning. Poke pokes his head up everywhere. I haven't eaten poke salad yet, but I know what it looks like. It's here, it's not going anywhere. It grows underground and pokes up. I don't know if that's why it's called poke, but my trees are doing okay the first year. The apple tree, it's been grown at least a foot already. 16 to 18 inches. Because I cut this here when I planted it. And it's been grown all the way up there, so it's doing good. Same with the pear tree. It's been grown almost 2 feet. And the aphids finally left it alone after I've sprayed it a few times with neem oil. It's been grown about 2 feet. I cut it here when I planted it this spring, and yeah, it's been growing about 2 feet, so it's doing pretty good. Thinking my new way of planting is gonna work. You know, there shouldn't be the blueberries put on fruit. We'll see if they make it next year. Also, these Navajo Blackberries I put up and put on fruit, and some fruit. There's ants all over it. And they put up new shoots. There's some new shoots. I broke this one walking by. There's some greens, volunteer green. Also, this I stopped these strawberries from fruiting, and they've started to put out a vine, which is great. This one's rooted already. So they're putting out new plants, and I plan on them kind of taking over this area. And I'll have strawberries next year. So they're doing pretty good. I've been feeding them and weeding them. Let's see if this one, yeah, this one's put out a plant and it's rooted. It's been rooted. So these were just, this spring, these were just bare roots. And yeah, this is the first time I've been somewhat successful so far with, I don't want that to, that's my fertilizer I put down now. Oh, it'll burn there. Yeah, but they've putting out shoots. There you see the line coming out, and it dropped in the ground here. Boom, and it's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's rooting. And this is gonna be a whole nother plant. And they're shooting out another one. Bam, that's gonna be a whole nother plant. So I put in 15 of these. So I'm guessing next year should be at least 30 of them out here. It's gonna at least double. Here's another one. It's dropping a line. So it might be 30 or maybe even more plants here. It's dropping a line. But that's a good sign. And I've been pinching all of the flowers to not let it throw fruit, because this is first year. Let it focus on dropping lines and getting foliage and no fruit. So next year I'll let it fruit. That's the secret behind strawberries. This is probably about to bolt. It's nice, pretty green. That's a meal that I haven't eaten. But the strawberries are doing good. They're all, see, there go another one. See, there's the plants that got big, and it's, boom. Dropped a baby right there, bam. So they're gonna double or triple, at least. Here's a big one that I put in, and I've been picking away its flowers. There's a flowers trying to flower there, and I'm gonna pick that. There's another one. So it'll just, the first year you don't let it fruit. You gotta let it get established. So, I see another one in there. No, there's nothing in there. So yeah, I've just been feeding them and weeding them and even the flowers. I'm waiting for this one to shoot out a line. This one's been growing a lot, but it started out big, but it hasn't shot out a line. If it shoots out a line, this one might not do that. I'm not sure. I think this might be a different one. But there's different ones, different kind of strawberries. And I gotta keep moving. I'll show you another one. Here's another one. And yeah, let's see if one of these is shooting out a line for you. There it goes. And there's the main plant. This thing got really big, and boom, this is shot out a plant, and it's gonna plant right there, and it'll be here next year, a whole nother plant. And if you want more plants, you could dig these up and transplant more plants. There's a blueberry bush behind this dandelion. There it goes. And I'm also letting these dandelions grow because I'm going to use them to make, I'm going to make my attempt at making a painkiller medicine. There's a nice lettuce. It's going to bolt. I'm going to get some seeds from that. So the one thing I'm doing that's a little different, that's not that different, but I'm letting some things go to seed and practice collecting seeds. It looks not so pretty this time of the year, but that's part of what I'm doing. Like this is collard green and it's going to seed. You can see all these flowers about done. All of these are flowers, and inside all these pods are Georgia collard green seeds. This lettuce was actually pretty delicious, so I'm gonna let it go to seed and collect those seeds. This was pretty successful. It's not lettuce, these are greens, but it's getting eaten up now. I've been spraying it. There's my carrot that's seeding. Exceedingly seeding. If you can see how big this carrot is for the second year. Huge. It's the size of my hand. This carrot, I'll dig it up after. I'm gonna let that go to seed though. What else? Got to show you. The more success for this butter lettuce. This was I tasted some of this. This was good. So I might collect those seeds. Let a few of those seeds. Oh, all of my figs are fruiting, which is great. Look at that. This is fruit. This is their third year, second year. I don't think this one is though. Yeah, this one's not fruiting. This one's still struggling. But let it be. Maybe next year. But I got 3 of them that are fruiting. That's one. The onions are about ready to be pulled. The garlic is smelling delicious. Let me see if I can show you an onion. These are pretty sure Vandalia. Look at the size of that onion. It's ready to come up. I think I should pull these. They're about ready to go. I don't want them to go back. And these are seeding. That's going to be a whole package of seeds right there. So I'm going to let a few seed. Here go my lettuce seeding. It's going to be a lot of seeds right there. So got to collect the seeds. It takes a little longer and it doesn't look so pretty. It looks like you're growing wild grass. Here, these are almost done. See how they're getting darker? They're going to dry out. There's going to be a lot of green seeds in there. And here was my one I kept in a plot, flower pot. And this one, I put it in the dirt. It's been branched out. And we'll have these in the pot. Look at this pot here to catch this one. And they're throwing out their vines. But I kept these in the pot because I wasn't sure if them other ones in the ground was gonna make it, so I would take these in if the frost came up this spring. It was pretty cool this spring. And we got our miniature, this miniature nursery here. Yeah, my leftover tomato plants that are still here. Still got somewhere to put them. I'll give them away. And a couple of pecan trees. I got a few more that I'm going to dig up. My tomatoes are ready for me to put stakes and vines across here. I'm not sure what that is because I don't think I planted that. But I also got my my peppers and a few eggplants here. That's tomatillo. There's 3 of them. I haven't been super successful with those from seed, but I do got 3 plants, and God willing, I'll get some fruit and I'll keep the seeds from those. My buckwheat experiment was a success, and I need to harvest it. And let me show you what it looks like. That there is buckwheat. I know in the Minnesota they serve buckwheat pancakes in some of the restaurants. And this is buckwheat. Chickens eat this. You can ground this into a flour. This makes a healthy, nutritious flour. And it's good feed. Yeah, they call it buckwheat because it's I guess it's mostly black, but it's actually a seed, just like the wheat grain. But you ground this into wheat. You can grind a lot of things into flour, and make pancakes with it. This is going to be one of my staples, one of my main grains. This is sunflower and corn. When I get some more land, yeah. But this is my this is my second experimental patch. And as you can see, it's success. I'm gonna harvest these. Not today because I gotta work again, but I'm gonna harvest these and save the seeds and plant them. Probably another patch right here, really, and plant them some more. But this is my, what do you call it? These are my holding seeds. I'm holding seeds up until I get to the point where I can probably eat some. But then when I first get a small amount, I'll grow them, hold them, grow them, hold them to build up my holdings. Here's the plant in its fullness. This is the buckwheat plant. It's not quite a grass, but yeah. That's one plant and some real good fertile ground. This ground wasn't extremely fertile. I put a little compost there. But this is one plant in fertile ground, and look at it. Like one plant that's gonna be like, that's gonna be like 100 seeds from one plant. So in fertile ground, you're talking from one seed, you're talking a multiplier of 100. That's gonna be 10, 10, 10, 10. That's like 10 times 10. That's like one plant is putting off 100 seeds. So do the math on that. That's some serious multiplication, you know what I mean? This was just from one head. And this ground isn't the greatest fertile ground. That's fertile ground. So one head, you're talking here, this is like, what, 20 seeds here? But that one plant right there is going to produce 100 seeds. So multiplication factor of 100. Do the math on that, man. One bag will give you 100 bags. All you got to do is put it in the ground and come back and collect it. And you'll still have your one bag. And you can eat 3 bags. And you can sell 5 bags. And you can still store 4 bags and replant 1 bag and have 1 extra bag to play with. Did I do that right? Oh, that was off 10 bags. that I guess you'll still have after you do all of that, you'll still have 80 or 90, 80 something bags left. So do the math on that. That's of seed. So 1 bag give you 100 bags yield. Even if it gave you 80 bags yield, you'll eat, store, sell 30, 20% of that, replant it, and you'll stock 80% of that. That's room left to grow. Look at this. Look at God. Look at this. Look at this zucchini. Pokes up everywhere. I don't hate on this because this is an edible green. You have to double cook it. It's called poke. People call it poke salad. Had a guy come up and say, yeah, man, that's some good eating right there. But you got to know how to cook it. I think the root system spreads it. But I see it all over the place here. Maybe next year I'll eat it. But it's nice to know what greens you got. This poke. This is chickweed. It's everywhere around here. It's good chicken feed. And it's edible green. I talked about it before. It just kind of grows itself everywhere. Chickweed, poke, raw greens, the herbs, good stuff to eat. This chickweed's got medicinal properties, and you can eat it like a salad green. I got kudzu growing everywhere. That's also medicinal and edible food. And it's chicken food. I feed my chickens these greens. So if you're gonna have some animals, you gotta have a plan to feed them, because you're not guaranteed that you're gonna always be able to go to the feed store and get feed for them. So if we're doing our own thing, we have to have our own stuff. Here is my muscadine. It's surviving. And put these seeds up. Put the seeds in your pocket, boy. Muscadine surviving back here. And that's it for back here. I planted some stuff. This is semi-sun. That's why these are doing okay. I have at least a few zucchini, look like. This is another poke. And what else grows wild here? This basil. I think this is called African basil. It grows all over the place back out here. A few more zucchini. This came up. But I have a few zucchini back here. Once again, this is like is this 20, 25, 30 feet, 30 feet beds. They'll be successful once I cut that tree down. Okay, quail eggs everywhere. I have a few things that have survived here. I grew here. I put this more squash or zucchini, I can't tell right now. But that and some corn is coming up here. This corn, all of this is this was volunteer, I believe, Indian corn. I see that the aphids are at work here, and the ants are working with the aphids, so I'm about to come and spray some neem oil on over here. I might do that. It rained yesterday. Today is a good day to spray. My sunflowers are sunning, looking beautiful. This is my other plan for seed and feed for my people in need. Here we go. Stop it. Stop playing. My muscadine is doing divine. That's funny. Divine, get it? Vine, divine. Great. Anyway, it's so corny. But this muscadine vine is doing good. Hopefully, after I trim it this fall, I will get some fruit next season. This will be this third year. So I've let it establish itself. Now I'm gonna cut it. I've been feeding it, and I'm gonna cut it this winter, and hopefully I'll get some fruit next season. So I got two of them out here that's pretty big. I don't know if you can see, most of that is muscadine. And I planted these two babies when I first came here a couple of years ago. So this will be their third year. That was one of the first things I got on. These tomatoes are ready to be staked. What else? That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a wonderful thing. Got to keep my focus through working these little funky jobs to keep stuff going. This is my focus. So, be biologically independent. Food independent. Away from the system. Here goes my beautiful sunflowers. Look at that. Is that a frog? No, that's a dancing. I don't know what kind of bug that is. But he's dancing. But he needs to get off my. It's like a big cricket. That's a cricket, like a nymph cricket. That's gonna be a big cricket. Here's my little sunflower patch. And it is little, but they're not little. So these little sunflower and some Indian corn growing in the background. That's beautiful. Also, these are blackberries. I let them take over. I wanted this is a bad camera angle. I wanted this mint to take over, but it's not really taking over. But it's still here. It's not gone. It's not going anywhere. Mint doesn't leave, but unless you dig it up. So you got all these different kind of dandelion type plants. You see that sap, that milky sap? That's medicine. I don't know if you can see that milky sap there. There's different kind of dandelions that's growing out here, and I let them grow because I'm gonna make a little medicine out of them. Some of them over there is like 10 feet tall. This one back there has got to be 10 feet. They're probably gonna get to 12 feet because it's not even. This is just spring. But this prickly pear has put on a lot of fruit. I watered it and gave it a little fertilizer. It's put on a lot more fruit than it had last year. Put on a lot of leaves and a lot of fruit. It was flowering, had yellow flowers all over it. They've been pollinated, obviously, because now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got at least, about 20 fruit on this plant, which is cool. There's still one left from last year. And that's the good thing about these type of fruits. They're kind of like citrus. Like this fruit is on here from last fall and it's still edible. And it's not going to drop it, I don't think. You got a long time to pick it. They don't just drop their fruit. You pick it and it's here for you. It's here to service you. It's working with you. It's more pork salad. And I'm not going to keep going over the different stuff that's natural here, but these blackberries are here. I'd almost say they're trying to be prolific, and I'm trying to help them. So I'm going to have the blackberries here in this corner, along with my other stuff. Dandelions is a medicine and a food, so I let them grow. Some people might not like it, but let me show you again. See that? I don't think this is a dandelion though, but I think it's in the family. I don't know what this is though. But yeah, I'm gonna use Plant Snap and figure out exactly what these are, because they look like dandelions, but I'm not sure. I don't want to snap them yet because I want to use them. These are dandelions, I know. But yeah, I let them grow a little bit because I'm going to use them. There's a dandelion. Yeah, dandelion grow like 6 to 12 feet, you know. Here, this is a mustard green. It's going to go to seed. Hopefully I get some seeds out of it. I plant some more. Those are mustard greens that I got over there. There's some's eating them up. But I'm going to get out here with the neem oil and spray. My muscadines still have a little fruit on them. This one's not fruiting a lot. The other trees fruited a lot, dropped a lot of fruit. I ate a little bit. I did not pick them like I wanted to. These are still young. It's fruiting. I wanted to make some muscadine jam. Mulberry. Not muscadine, mulberries. These are mulberry trees. 1, 2, I got at least 5 of them. I want to make some mulberry jam. I'm busy. I'm doing this and I'm working full-time, skanky little jobs. More like double time. Still got to pay my slavery notes on things. So I'm not all the way out yet. Back here, got a little okra going. 2 more 30-foot beds, at least 20 feet. Don't make me sound not sure. I got some more peppers back here and a couple of eggplants and some okra that are surviving. It's not extremely sunny back here, but it's enough to grow some stuff. And these are two viable beds that I worked very hard to get, and I'm going to keep them. That's about the sun they get in midday. They get full midday sun. They get some morning sun, and that's about it. They get morning and midday because that's the west side, and once you get over there, these trees, they're not getting that much sun. But they're getting at least 6 hours, 7 hours sun. Maybe 8. Another muscadine tree. Mulberry tree. There's 2 back here. This one survived a big fire I had going back here. It's actually 3 of them, but these 2 are viable. They might survive. That one, this one over there, I'm gonna get that vine off of it. It's just about. It's putting me at. That's 5, and then there's another one over here, and I've made it full circle. It's time to feed the chickens, and I've done all of the campaigning I'm gonna do for the spring as far as planting. I'm not planting anything else. Maybe late summer or something if I find some space where that lettuce is after seeds. I may plant some squash. This is another mulberry tree. That's 6. Then there's one more. It's not really mine, but it's taking care of it. I've gave it some space, cleared out some of the stuff around it. That baby right there is another mulberry tree. And let me prove it's a mulberry tree because it talked to me this spring and it put on fruit. It did it just for daddy. You know why? Because I took care of it. I gave it a little TLC. See the little fruit right there? It put on a few fruit. I was talking to it. I'm like, show me something. Tell me something. I'm trying to work for you. Help me out. Look at that. Put on fruit because I cleared out. There's more trees and stuff around here. I cleared out these smaller trees and I cleared out more of these trees. Give it space to breathe so it can do its thing. I also cleared out. It was a tree posted up right underneath this pecan tree, and I cleared it out. Gave pecan trees, and as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3. This one's about dead. It's half dead. 4 big ass pecan tree. This one's got to be. These are probably 50 years old. This one's over 100. Got to be over 100. Maybe could get in the. I don't know. It's got to be over 100 years old. You won't know until you cut it down and count the rings. But from what I've seen in rings, I know these trees got to be 50. This one's probably 100. I'm willing to bet that this one, that one, and that one is the babies from this one. I'm willing to bet. And it's still dropping pecan. I dug up about 4 pecan trees. I got them in pots. I'm gonna keep them. I know what they look like now when they pop up. Let me see if I can find you one. From the seeds, the pecans it drops. Let me find one. I've been putting them in pots. They're easy to spot when they're babies. Gotta love that, man. This the Hebrew Homestead update. Let me find you a pecan tree so I can log off and check out. Here's a volunteer potato. Here it goes. This is a pecan tree. I've pulled up enough of them, found them sprouting from the pecans that the squirrels don't eat. So I'm saving them, put them in pots, and just keep them. Somebody wants some pecan trees. There's a wiggly worm. Wiggly worm. Some kind of worm down there. But yeah, this is a pecan tree. They make these big, goofy looking leaves when they first come up like babies. They're pretty easy to spot. There's one. There's another one right here. I dig these up and put them in those pots. I know I got these 2 here. It's another one. somewhere around here. I got about 3 or 4 of them right now. It's a shitload of eggs I gotta wash. I've been neglecting. Yes, I have. I need to wash these eggs. And oh, here's a beet I accidentally pulled up. Baby beet yesterday from my beet spot. Did I show you the beets? There's the beet spot. They're different color. And yeah, that's it. The pawpaw trees are still alive. 1 pawpaw, 2 pawpaw. They're still alive. I gave them a little mulch on the hills and took the weeds out. Weed and feed. It's my morning ritual. Weeding and feeding. You have to feed the chickens, feed the plants, water the plants, and if I got time, weed the plants. Weed my hair, feed my skin, wash my arse, make some coffee. Oh God, am I making coffee? I'm making coffee. Because coffee is expensive to buy. That's my little other set of seeds I picked up. And then until I harvest them, just keeping them right there. There's my wonderful air rifle. Wasn't but $130 something, I think. The nitro piston. Crossman Shockwave. This is a bad little something. The iron sights, they work. Well, they kind of messed up now. And it came with this scope. 4x32. Yeah. That's 4 times magnifying. Yeah. It's zeroed. I proved it's zero because I shot a squirrel and a chipmunk this morning. And I was thinking that the chipmunk was the squirrel was digging up the yard. But I found out it was the chipmunks just digging all these little holes in the yard. And I read up on chipmunks. And that's why I caught him over here at the log pile. His burrow station is probably somewhere under there. So I know to look for him there if there's more of them there. But I got all these little holes I come to every morning. And I thought it was the squirrels. There's a hole. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but there's pretty obvious holes. It's freshly dug holes. Not every morning, but there's new holes all the time. And yeah, I seen this little guy staring at me. And he stayed there long enough to get popped. So, chipmunk is a rodent. They are pests if you got garden. They will eat up everything I'm growing, including my eggs. And baby they look cute, but just like squirrels will eat you out of house and home if they discover your garden. That's why I try to keep them at a minimum, keep them away. I don't know what this is, some kind of tomato plant, I think, but don't feel sorry for the rodents. I know they're cute, and people say, "Oh, you shouldn't shoot them. They're so cute." They're not cute. It's like saying the grasshopper's cute, and you growing wheat or buckwheat. Grasshoppers gonna eat up your supply, homie. They're not cute. That's it.